All right, so my teammate also played Jund last weekend at the SCG, and the one thing he did that I'm not doing here right now is play 4 Season Pyromancer, but I kind of think that was maybe not the best approach for us to take. Obviously, like there are upsides that having only 3 drops, and like I guess once you have Wrenn and only 3 drops by turn 6, you can double spell, and just generally having 3 drops instead of 4 drops means it's going to be easier to double spell at some point. But Bloodbraid is a double spell, so I don't know. Kind of think we should just go with that and see what happens. I can try the other version later with 4 Pyromancer and 0 Bloodbraids, but I think Kalidas is kind of good right now, actually, so I'm going to start it. And, yeah, he was only playing 3 Ooze, but I think you should just play 4 Ooze. So, anyway, we're gonna go into the queue and see how it is. Okay, I don't know why you're spamming about Modern Horizons Defile. Alright. We're playing against Kroloni. Well, this is not a keepable hand, so we'll have to do better. This is fine, I guess. I think I'm gonna bottom the second Ooze. Anyways, how's everyone doing? If everyone's doing well. Keep bottom and Ooze. And yeah, let's go. Chancellor of the Tangle, so it's probably Neoform. That sucks. I mean, my hand doesn't do shit versus Neoform. Whatevs. Alright, we're gonna F6 and see if they get into a corner case where they can't kill me. It's unlikely because they haven't used any spirit guides, but it's hypothetically possible, so... they pitched Chancellor and Metamorphose. Isn't Modern a great format? I mean, this can happen, sure, but whatever. Peak Jund experience. I actually think you're probably slightly favored versus Hokak postboard. Isn't Cold Snap a great set? That is certainly true. Well, you all get to see what Neoform does when it does its thing. So, hypothetically, their Lab Maniac could be in their bottom 2. I know. That's why I'm making them do it. It's unlikely, but it's hypothetically possible. If their Labman and Lightning Storm are in their bottom 2, they might not be able to kill me. Although they might be able to thin enough cards with some respect that it's a guaranteed kill. I guess that could actually happen. If they draw the 4th pact, they can pact for another green creature, then be left with only 7 cards exactly. Then I would be deterministically dead. Oh, that's a good point, I guess. Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing if I'm dead. Maybe something weird happens. Great part of this, they have no idea what our deck is, so they don't get to sideboard. I mean, Slaughter Pact wouldn't even win because they just pay 7 in response again, right? Melon TCG? Because they were at 15. Don't like this. That was fun. That was one way of putting that. I guess I'll try to Stone Rain them out randomly. I mean, it's not exciting, but none of these cards are really exciting. This doesn't actually do anything. None of my cards actually do much, so... Shrug. I'm looking for a discard spell, really, versus them. And also this hand just sucks, so... this is actually fine. I'm gonna keep and put a trophy on the bottom, I think. Could also have been Liliana, actually, but... He's probably better to have been. Well, I mean, that's the advantage of Neoform, right? Sometimes they just get to do their thing before opponent gets to take a turn. I believe I'm going to take Allosaurus Rider. That was good. I think I'm just gonna... Maybe I'm supposed to just play Tarmogoyf first, actually. So, they have one unknown. Suppose they drew Allosaurus Rider and refused to play it. Then if they drew Spirit Guide, they could kill me. I think I'm just going to play the Tarmogoyf so I don't give them so many turns to draw out. You could make a case for casting Thoughtseize there. I don't think that's good. Alright. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, can someone tell me if the stock list plays... Interesting. Does the stock list of this deck play another basic? Okay, most lists only play one island. In any case, I'll set a draw step and try to kill their Botanical Sanctum. So you think I'm supposed to take Shoal? Take Shoal, Trophy, Botanical Sanctum, draw step. I guess I could have trophied first to see if they had a forest, right? Maybe that would have been better. Screw it. I'm taking Rider. Well, if they play Rider, they can just Evo, right? They have 2 Evos. So I basically need to see... I'll see if they have a basic forest. Alright, they don't. That's really good for me. Next turn I'm going to play Liliana and start upticking every turn. Don't think my life total actually matters. Alright. Okay, hope to not be killed on turn 1. Oh my gosh. Fault Fracture, thank you for the follow, but we're gonna have to fade real hard game 3. This card kinda sucks too. I think push is actually a brick too, but kind of insane. So many cards are bricks. I mean, the discard's really good, but the rest of the cards are kind of bricky. I don't know. It's just kind of sad. Alright, game 3. Well, I have a Thoughtseize, so I can't really mulligan. If I get killed on 1, great. No. Okay, well, guess I'm not Thoughtseizing them. However, I can cycle Barren Moor on 1, and I think I'm going to. Yes, I also believe we're in trouble, although they bought them both on that Serum Vision, so maybe I'm okay. Do I kill land and let them get their island, or I just play Tarmogoyf? Or do I trophy the Leyline? It's kind of tough, actually. Yeah, I guess if they don't do it, I'll just trophy the Leyline and untap and Thoughtseize them. Is probably the best play. Alright. I might end up regretting this, but I kind of feel like they're leaning on that not to get discard spelled, so I'd rather do this. Land, please! Alright. Guess I'll Thoughtseize. An untapped land would have been really good there, in my opinion. Interesting. Save a bunch of Metamorphoses. I would rather hit Allosaurus Strider. Damn, do they have everything wrapped up, essentially? Oh no, they don't. Wait, yeah they do. They just revival the Neoform, right? What happens if I take Neoform still? That sucks. An untapped land would have been really good there, actually. That's okay, though. Sometimes you get anti-junded. Sometimes the junding happens, and sometimes it doesn't. Man, a surgical would be insane here, but I don't have it, obviously. Why did they get a second Allosaurus Rider? I'm confused. Were they supposed to do that? Oh, I guess they needed to pitch their last card anyway, so they wanted it in their deck? How am I not queued? Well, there's lots of ways I couldn't be queued. I did not top 8 in Grand Prix Kansas City. I did not top 8 Grand Prix Seattle. Hypothetically, they could have bricked off, but I don't think it's likely. Alright, it's looking harder. They've used that shoal. Get anti-junded. Just waiting to see if I'm actually dead. I mean, I probably am, but whatevs. Dude, seriously, it's okay. I appreciate the thing you did. I have died. Oh, that was fun. Game 2 I did stuff. That game I did stuff technically, actually. Their hand wasn't great. It had a Leyline, which I guess was pretty good for them, but I think without the Leyline we probably win that game, so shrug. Time for some green Tron. I think the green Tron matchup is better than it used to be. I mean, not much better, but it's better. Probably would be better if I had actual Ghost Quarter somewhere in my 75 to combo with Wrenn and Six. But yeah, I have a lot of ways that I think this deck can be built. Like I was saying earlier, my friend played 4 Pyromancer, 0 Bloodbraid last weekend. But kind of think that might not be correct. I'm not sure. We're gonna try a bunch of configurations tonight. And I probably won't learn anything except Jund is like okay. Shrug. Guess this is fine. So the real awkward part is I don't know the matchup. What is combo Jund? What's up, Orm? Orm, I don't really intend on registering this deck. I intend on registering the GAC, I think, this weekend. I might register Phoenix, though. But you can say Jund Omega LL. I don't know this matchup, Ferrando. I don't... What are you talking about? This is a new opponent. So the real question is... Oh, God damn it. Who said Tron... Who said Tron? Who said Tron? Oh, it was you, Melon? Get the F out. No, I'm playing SCG Columbus B boss. So I'm not really mad. I think it's funny. Don't know if my life total will matter or not. It could be E-Tron. It's actually slightly more likely to be E-Tron, I guess. Alright. There was a question if I was supposed to fetch for Overgrown Tomb or not off the Bloodstained Mire, but I don't think so. I didn't say it, but getting the clock first is correct, I think. Alright, so it is E-Tron. I'm getting Chaliced. Matter Reshaper? God, this card's miserable to play against for this matchup. Alright. I think I'm just going to discard Bolt. Doesn't look like the Bolt's going to be great here. Just try to run them out of stuff. They did mulligan, so the Liliana is a little bit more effective than it normally would be in this matchup. I did discard a Chalice. Right. I don't really want to attack. I think the Ooze might be more valuable later on, after we've traded a bunch of creatures off. In the meantime, this can like soak up some damage from the Reshaper as well. So, IDK. It feels like this is correct. I still have a swamp and a forest left for basics. Oh, sure. That's fine. Alright. If I don't know, if we lost a Neoform last round. So, clearly you are correct. I think I'm gonna just take 2 and get an Overgrown Tomb. I'm gonna play Bloodbraid because if I hit discard and then their hands lands, I would rather discard spell them than... Ooh, that's pretty good. You can ask File Nub about that. I don't have a lot of experience with the deck. Okay. Justice Peanut, there's 6 discard spells versus 3 Lilianas. So I think it's correct to play towards a discard spell rather than a Liliana, right? They discard Voice. What is Snoopy in space? Is Neoform good versus Jund generally. It seems like it just might be really draw dependent. Hypothetically, they could. Oh, Veil of Summer? Interesting. Liliana does seem pretty good. The issue is surviving to Liliana sometimes. Last match, Game 3, I essentially lost to Leyline of Sanctity. I don't know if you play that, but the Leyline basically beat us. I mean, it's Magic. Plus, we all know that only indecent human beings play Neoform. I'm joking, by the way. Or am I? Ari's just a mind reader. What do you want? Thought Knot might kind of suck, actually. I hope this isn't a Thought Knot. Orm67, do you think Neoform was the best deck for Jeremy? Jonathan, I disagree with that. He won the PT because Thoughtseize plus Courser means you don't have to read your opponents. Ooh. Interesting. This is a big boy. Do I force a trade and then play this? Yo, Burn After Watching, thanks for the follow. By the way, thanks for the offer earlier, White Faces. I just couldn't remember your info, so I just asked other people. But I appreciate the offer. Damn, what do I do here? Probably just play Tarmogoyf. I'm going to use this to eat my ooze, I think. Although 5/6 is a good size. Oh, thanks for everyone hanging out. This is Pro Tour Eve Jund. I'm not at the Pro Tour. Sorry, Mythic Championship Eve. But I think you can expect to see both of these decks tomorrow. So, ooh, that card. I'm not really scared of that card here, but it depends on what it gets. Ensnaring Bridge. Alright. It's fine. Do I want to eat my ooze? Yeah, probably. I am attempting to Jund them out, yes. So if I attack with all on that, it'll die. I probably want that to happen instead of letting them tutor again. I'm going to save this one to try to hit a trophy for the bridge that I know is coming next turn. I am a little bit soft to Ensnaring Bridge in this setup, actually. Mindstone goes into play. Mindstone goes into play. Interesting. What's a sexy dino? Alright, so they have bridge. Oh man. What the hell is this? Whoa. Huh. Is that even better than playing the bridge? Oh, they could... Oh, never mind. They could do both. Never mind. This sucks. I forgot. That does make the bridge 2 cheaper. I'm kind of screwed, I think, actually. Don't know yet. Probably not, but I'm still deciding. Alright. Come on, trophy. Oh, great. I guess I can get back Peatland. There's only 3 trophies in my deck, though. I guess I could just play Peatland, actually. Yeah, the affinity plan versus Neoform is to just try to kill them, but there's not that much affinity anymore, Orm. You ever play affinity against Karn the Great Creator? Or Collector Ouphe? It sucks. Interesting. Okay. Well, looks like I'm slowly dying to colorless Jund. So one thing I might regret about my play is if I cycle this into a Bloodbraid, this land coming to play tapped will be debilitating. That I actually thought about that last turn. I didn't do it. Oh shit! No! Alright, whatever. I don't know. I feel unfavored right here, but maybe it's not the end of the world. There's only one Pyromancer in my deck, so I wanted to leave up double black for Liliana instead of double red. I can't push their face. I wish I could. Okay, well, this is slowly getting out of hand. Soon I will be dead. No. I don't really enjoy Neoform, so I don't play it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is not what I said. That is not what I said, Callum. Whoa. Are you shitting me? Oh my god. Send help! Send help! I don't remember saying that. I think you're making stuff up. That's a good question, a Reuben sandwich. We'll let chat decide. A Reuben sandwich is literally the small child who is playing that deck. Peak Jund experience. Yeah, something like that. Whatever. When am I allowed to concede? Does this have an ult? It doesn't really, right? Okay, I'm not conceding yet. Pretty close, though. Seagate Wreckage is really good here, so I think I'm probably going to lose that. Does every E-Tron deck play this card still? Does anyone know? Is that what 104.3a actually says? Okay, I've heard two conflicting statements. Either it does or it doesn't. So who is right? Yeah, I actually thought most people do not play this card. Obviously, it looks phenomenal here, but okay, wreckage isn't usual. And okay, all right, opponent, you got me. That's hooked. And my deck isn't really well set up for this. Nice. Signing in Plague Engineer because it trades with the big Eldrazi. That's the literal only reason. Kind of think Bolt sucks in the matchup, actually, but I don't know how people feel about that. Yeah, I also think Wrenn kind of blows. I'm just debating. IJWSTSOMF. I don't know. Most of us still have 3. I'm trying to figure out why. I might just cut them. Period. But I understand what you're saying. I think for Tron, this card's still fine. It's not better than fine. Yes, Choke is an 8th edition. Alright. We'll give it a go. I might be rebuilding my deck after this. So is Boyle, I think. Oh, yeah, you're Rob. I guess I keep. This hand kind of blows, too. I kind of just want to rebuild my deck completely, but... seem like a reasonable guy. I'm sometimes reasonable, I'm sometimes unreasonable. Depends on who you ask and the mood I'm in. Yo, what's up, Snook? Just noticed that you're here. I'm experiencing peak Jundness. The modern format stops social colonnade. I don't know. Certain people still register the deck. Aggro loam. Why, I guess, is my question. Let's see. Melon TCG, I thought about that. I don't know how to build it. I think I'm going to take Reshaper. New Englanders and John, name a more iconic duo. I don't really like clans. I just liked winning that one era where I got to win a lot. Alright. Interesting. They have only expedition maps. I'm going to take Dismember, though. I'll look at your aggro list, but don't promise anything. That was unfortunate, but... Alright, that was pretty good. Rather play Tarmogoyf here. They're gonna get Urza's Tower. U-White is Jund. This is also kind of Jundy. Tron's just colorless Jund, I think. So they have 2 maps and an unknown. This is kind of sad, but whatever. I really, really hope I draw Assassin's Trophy. Jagged Up, they've shaved on that card a lot nowadays. You can play 1. I think I'm dead, though. I actually have to play Ooze. So if they wish for Lattice, play Lattice, and play land, I can still attack this, attack the Karn, then eat their Reshaper after attackers are declared. So I think that's the play. Oh, that sucks a lot, actually. Awesome. Is getting Bloodstone there even good? On my next turn, when I untap, I'll eat Reshaper. They uptick. That sucks. Alright, now I'm screwed. Now I need to draw a trophy or I lose. I'm probably still gonna lose. I set stuff on my end step and see what they do, but this sucks. Probably dead. So if I kill the blast zone, they draw a card, they activate map, get a land, play Lattice. Is there something I can do? Feels like there's nothing I can do, but see what they do. I might just have to kill Urza's tower. Actually, this doesn't even do anything, now that I think about it. So what they can do, and what they should do, I think, is they can crack the map off tower to get another tower. Play tower for turn, wish for Lattice, and then they'll be at 1 card in hand. No. Wait. Well, Unleashed is the Rakdos mechanic from Return to Ravnica. Looks like I'm dying, though. I guess if they put the lattice into play, again, they can only... They'll still have 2 cards in hand, so I can kill the Karn. So maybe they're not going to do that, actually. Yeah, they're just going to blow up my shit. Right. I'm dead now. I needed to draw a trophy there, I think. But... Okay, we're 0-2 so far, but... Maybe I will try the Edgar list next, but... I don't know. Edgar has a lot more cycling lands than the normal list does, but we'll see how I feel after this. I think 4 Ooze is good right now. Dahun. Just look at Hogak and Dredge. It's even, like, fine in the mirrors, in the Jund mirrors. Yeah, I sort of disagree. Edgar also has 2 main deck Nihil Spellbomb, though, so that's like 5 graveyard hate. I think if you don't play main deck Spellbomb, you should play more Ooze. Is that fair? Jesus. Oh. Guess this is a keep. Damn. I guess I'll just bottom Bloodbraid, actually. The first Spellbomb over the 4th Ooze actually does make sense, but I noticed there was an issue with threat density watching my teammate play the deck. Oh my god, this again. Christ. I was not gold. I was silver final nub. So I had to choose between Richmond and Barcelona. And I would have to pay my own ticket, so I chose Richmond. Alright, so... The question is... Melon... Kelv, when did you ask me that? You must have asked me that years ago. Yes, this was literally years ago. You don't get to just quote me like that. In any case, I think I'm going to take... Oh, man. This is all sorts of bad. If I'd led on Inquisition, this would have actually ended up better. But... What am I supposed to do here? Like, it's all bad. Everything sucks. Oh, now it's yelling at me because I'm trying to think. I actually think I'm going to take Reshaper and just say fuck the Chalice. No, I think this is maybe okay. They might just play Mind Stone too this turn. Alright, Tarmogoyf. 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 It's not Tarmogoyf. Alright, I think I'm going to ignore the Mind Stone and Chalice for now and just play an Ooze off Forest. I should have led on Inquisition. I think that was a mistake, to be quite honest. Do I think they're going to dismember this? Probably. Yeah, I love blasting a Strix, so I don't see what the problem is. Alright. Just gonna say go. Well, we're in dire straits. Probably going to discard Inquisition to this trophy and just give him a free land, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Alright, nice. I can play Wrenn, get back my land, and play Tarmogoyf, which is basically the ideal scenario. Double spell hype, yeah. Maybe this is going to work out okay. Depends on... It especially depends on what they do on this precise turn, I think. Hopefully... I think ignoring the Chalice was 100% correct. Glyphs left in the deck, let's go. If only. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. Don't really care about that, really. Note, for what it's worth, the Glyph will still be big enough. One, two, three. Right. I'll attack Karn and see what they do. Gosh, I wish Jun could play like 4 Tarmogoyfs, or 8 Tarmogoyfs rather. Alright. I am not really sure why they got Crypt there, to be honest. For 5. If I put Sorcery in the graveyard, it's a 5/6. Guess I'll do that. The reason to make it a 5/6 is if they drew another Dismember, then this would still be alive. I know. I want to make it a 5/6 versus another Dismember. Is that fair? Might not be fair, I guess. Alright. There goes Wrenn. Alright. Bloodbraid Elf! One time! That's not Bloodbraid Elf. If I attack... Guess I'm not allowed to attack anymore. Almost a Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodstained Mire and Bloodbraid Elf are close. Close in execution, close in use. They're both in Jund, mostly. Mike, no? I don't think so. I guess you can use them as tokens in your booster drafts if you're desperate. Well, I can't really not block. They probably have Walking Ballista here, but whatever. You hate to see that. And that, I do hate to see that, actually. Oh, boy. Oh! Land makes it a 6/7. Nice. Okay, so this is actually a little bit better for me. I didn't realize that, but it's good for me. We were on the draw, so... Okay. Oh, so I got a 2-for-1 out of that. Okay, not bad. Not great, but not bad. I mean, I guess this is better than drawing another land, right? Uh-oh. Okay. They have a lot of mana, but nothing good to do with it, so... The foil tokens are nice, actually. They look nice, in my opinion. That's the one thing I'll say about those. Alright, well... I guess I am kind of priced into attacking and hoping they don't draw anything good. The problem with not attacking is, like, it actually favors them, I think. Whereas if they brick for a few turns, this ooze will get so big that it might kill them. Interesting. Okay. A foil zombie for Dredge. Alright. Maybe we can win from here. There, we got a 7/7 ooze versus a 3/2 reshaper. Oh, for Legacy Gak Attack? White Faces is a huge fan of that deck. So... No! Why? Why? Oh my god. GG's. Yo, this is only game 1, friend. We're not dead yet. Alright, we're getting closer to dead. Maybe they won't lattice me? Play Carnage Jund. Squash Pepe Jaw. Oh. I don't even know what the heck that is. Is that like a shark plus Pepe? Can I win? No. Alright, this is going swimmingly. I guess I'll try. Alright, serious question. Am I supposed to have Null Rod in versus them? It feels like no, but maybe the answer is actually yes. I'm willing to hear either way. You bring them in. What should I take out for them, though? Yeah, it only seems fine. Is the real problem? I'm gonna try not bring in Plague Engineer, actually. A sneaking suspicion that's not where I want to go. Yeah, I used all my green mana pumping the ooze. Alright, I guess this is actually, like, good versus them, like, actively good versus them, this hand. Alright, I have a feeling after this week I'm going to rebuild the Jund deck a lot and just try a different list. Give him the Ouphe. We're trying. You know, Kitchen thinks is an Ouphe. Alright! Effectively destroying that. I'm not. This looks nothing like Edgar's. It looks like my teammates list from the Open last weekend. Not in love with how this list is set up right now, but, you know. Collector Ouphe. Chalice on one. You got it. Alright, just do not have natural Tron, please. Then I'm going to discard a trophy. You can make a case for Mire. If they have Smasher or whatever, like... Alright. I think this might be the rare Bloodbraid no plus on Liliana attack. I guess it's not that rare, but I think that's what I'm going to do here. Alright, they get a 2-for-1 off their blast zone, but that's fine. They didn't pump it up? feel like they were supposed to pump to 2. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Final Nub. So I thought that's what was going to happen given I had 2 drops on the board, but this is fine. This works out well too, actually. Maybe they couldn't really afford to sacrifice the Blast Zone, but I feel like they should have still pumped up and then seen what they'd drawn, right? Three, 4. That's not bad either, actually. Attack for 8. I mean, they literally weren't using that mana for anything else, so... Also, the Ouphe looked phenomenal this game, that's all I'm going to say. So they need Tron land, Karn, Bridge... They can't lattice me, fortunately. Okay. You are dead on board, friend. They don't play color anymore, do they? I haven't seen a color in years, but maybe I'm wrong there. They don't play Relic anymore, but... You think I want PE? I don't really. I mean, I guess I could cut more threats or something like that. I think this is actually a keep, but it's not like insane. That made it a lot better, actually, for obvious reasons. I'm going to leave him with the Contortion. My plan is not to play this creature anytime soon. Yeah. That's my plan currently. My other plan... oh no, that's fine. Because they played that means they cannot smash her next turn, because I know their entire hand. So that's actually okay. And then the Fulminator will be a Time Walk. Yeah, definitely going to just copy Edgar's list after this, and then we'll go with it. Plated Tower. Ooh, I could just Thoughtseize. Yo, Jalapeno Joel. Thank you for following. Do you think we'll ever go to the plane where Wrenn and Six are from? I don't know what plane that is, so my answer is probably not. Turn 4 kill, thank you for the follow. What should I do? Alright, I got it. I'm going to kill the power plant, and plus on nothing, and say go. I'm giving up one free land, but I think that's okay. Next turn I can Thoughtseize plus Liliana to like cut them off of a lot of stuff. That was inconvenient. I'm assuming Liliana goes now. So now I probably have to Thoughtseize their Smasher. Whoa. I'm gonna actually get a green-black source. Actually, I'm not. I can do that next turn. I'm gonna minus and then plus. If I draw a Thoughtseize, this works out pretty well. Obviously, I only have 2 Thoughtseize in my deck. I'm up a lot of cards, but my cards don't do much versus them, which is kind of sad. So Smasher, probably attacking Liliana. Yo, Surge Cheebs and Punted Wumpus, thank you for the follow. I like Punted Wumpus as a name. That's a nice name. I think the Smasher will kill Liliana. Remember in 9th grade we had to program the original Hunt the Wumpus? So that was kind of entertaining back in the old days. Right. This is going to work out pretty well. I did not go to Tacoma. I said 9th grade. Alright, I'm gonna block the Smasher. They can use Smasher plus Contortion on my Tarmogoyf to deal some damage to Wrenn to prevent the emblem. But I'm not even sure the emblem's all that great right now. I sided out all my bolts, so that's not even great. If I drew a trophy, it would be pretty good. I would just trophy all of their stuff, obviously, but that's not currently happening. So this is their hand. Contortion and Cavern. What's up, Duckamoy? We're playing some Jund. Expect to see Jund in the MC tomorrow. Alright. It's fine. I'm going to plus one more time, and then next turn I will Emblem. I know their card's Cavern, so there's no point in casting that. Also, not a real point in attacking. So now, if I draw Assassin's Trophy, I think the game is really, really, really good for me. Because having Trophy be answers to all of their stuff is probably game-winning. I don't know. That's a good question. I would say 2 to 3 wastes, probably. Does anyone know offhand? 2. So they have drawn both of their wastes, so trophies just Vindicate and Instant Speed now. Do you think this opponent also has Seagate Wreckage? Blaststone. Oh, that makes sense, actually. Wow, Blaststone's so good in their deck. It's kind of absurd. There will be coverage of this MC, yeah. Alright, first step of business. Cycle this. Feels like I just have to return this. What if I 10-ball them? Actually, that might be good. Maybe attacking them and ignoring the emblem is actually good. Yeah, actually I think that is the correct play. Note, I know their hand's Cavern. A double block is good for me, sort of. Because all I want to do is trade one of my creatures for one of theirs because they're both 2-drops. My entire board is all 2-drops when they have a Blast Zone. So actually, offering the trade here is great. In case if they have like Crucible or something in their deck, it's correct to RFG that, I think. Oh, maybe it wasn't because it dealt 1 more damage. Actually, that might have been an error. Huh. What do you think Cavern's gonna name? Eldrazi. Yeah, this sucks. I think you really should have attacked my Wrenn before doing that, but... John Trader? Why am I a traitor? Alright, first I'll cycle this. Come on, trophy! Trophy, please! Alright, it might be a trophy. I have betrayed Hogak for now. That is true. Alright. Guess I have to ping the Karn for 1, actually. The reason to ping the Karn for 1 is now if they wish for Lattice, it will kill their Karn. PT starts in, I think about 8 hours. Someone check my arithmetic. I believe that time zone is +6 on Eastern. 8 hours. Is that what I said? I can't remember anymore. I literally said it and I forgot. It's in Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is a great city. Yeah, 3 a.m. Eastern. I don't think I'm going to wake up to watch the draft. I think I'll be awake by the time Constructed starts. GWL, exactly what I was thinking. Although I think this draft format's quite good, so I don't know. Yeah, Sigarda Familia is basically one of the sites to see. Alright, I'm going to shoot the Karn again. Yeah, this really sucks. Alright. I have a Tomb and a Swamp left, so just get Tomb off of this. I'm about to lose this blast zone. This is a sad game. If there had been one trophy in my top 24 cards, the Run Emblem would have like won the game on the spot, I think. Instead, I think I'm mostly dead. But it's okay. We're gonna rebuild Jund into Edgar's list and then try that one. Christ. Yeah, I have a Barren Moor and a Nurturing Peatland, if that answers your question. Alright, I guess that's a start. Guess I should wait until draw step. I need to set a stop on their draw, not on their main. Yep, the decklist thing on the side is nice. Thanks to my sponsor, Cardboard Live. I could have actually waited for them to wish for Lattice and see if they played it. But if they just got like Wormcoil or something else that's unbeatable, that would be horrible for me, so. Well, just imagine if they just got something like Wormcoil Engine and played it. Or like Walking Ballista. Then I'd be in dire straits, so. Well, that sucks. I feel like Tron got a lot better. I don't remember it being this good before. Alright, give me another trophy deck. Alright, I guess I'll bluff. But if they call my bluff, I'm dead. So. I agree with all of that, Sledger. Karn's just a great card. Do I make them play it out? Gosh, I wish I had a Collector Ouphe in play. That would make the game really funny. I guess I'll make them show me a Walking Ballista from their sideboard first. Well, they can't hit me with Lattice because of Ensnaring Bridge. Right? I don't know. I kind of think this is a waste of time, Mike, because there's very little chance that they'll actually time out, but I guess we'll see if they actually left a Ballista in their sideboard. Well, what if they don't realize that, JW Hala? Oh, Schlumpf. I thought about that. But wasn't there a Karn threatening to get Lattice if I did that? Looks like they found a ballista. I think my play was forced to shoot the Karn, which is what I did, right? Alright, I'm probably going to concede now. Okay. Okay, well, that was not the best first showing, but we'll try a different list now, so... yes, I could recoup by going 2-3, but I think it's just better use of my time to fix the list. 1 Barren Moor, 4 Cliffs, 1 Crypt, 2 Mire, another Peatland, 2 Tomb, 1 Ravine, 2 Swamp. There's a mismatch here. Oh, no basic mountain. Alright, 2 Spellbomb. Last card's another Fatal Push. It's possible. It's definitely possible. No. Edgar is not playing a choke. I don't know precisely what Edgar's sideboard is, actually. Mostly because the way the Pro Tour works is you get to see their sideboard, but you don't get to see the numbers of cards in their sideboard. So I can only see a bunch of one-ofs. If that makes sense. So I'm going to have to do some guesswork, which is fine. I don't mind that. Based on guessing, here's what I'm going to guess. Note, Edgar did tweet out his list, but again, I have to guess on the numbers. But this is the most likely configuration, I think. I'll send them the link to anyone who's curious, but I think this is the most likely configuration. So what do I need? The Barren Moor. Right, we're gonna try this list in a second. Let me rename it. Again, this is an approximation because of the thing I just described. Yeah, there's a lot of graveyard hate. I believe he probably built the deck with Hogak in mind, which makes sense. All right. Let me grab these cards real quick. And then we'll fire again. Yeah, I think that's true. Alright, come on bot, trade me real quick. The bot wants my 1 Defile and 6 Sinkholes? Interesting. I don't know what's going on there. What else do I need? What should you get for dinner? I don't know. What are the options? 2 Tracker, Cliffs, Barren Moor, Peatland, Catacombs. Actually, I guess we'll see which one's the cheapest item. So that's $11.97. It's $12.02. Interesting. How much is this one? I would vote for barbecue as well. $17.49. All right, I guess Zendikar it is. 2 trackers, a peatland, cliffs, an anger of the gods. Cage. Spellbomb. Surgical. Surgical still 1,000,000 tickets, whatever. Fox Bros? Have I been to Fox Bros? Probably not. Alright. Okay, can someone tell me if the thing updated on the side? I believe it did. Alright, we're trying again. 0-3 in the first mission, but did some guesswork on Edgar's sideboard for the Pro Tour, so we're going to try the predicted list. Obviously, it might not be correct, but it's pretty damn close, if anything. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday. Are the constructed rounds Arhovis 195? Really? Let me check that real quick. I see a deck list on the side. I guess I unhappily keep, but this hand kind of sucks, obviously. The Jun giveth, the Jun taketh. Actually, maybe I should just mulligan. There's... Alright, I guess I'll mull. That's pretty saddening. I think this is definitely a keep, though. Question is, what do I bottom? Probably Peatland. Question is, do I cycle Barren Moor on turn 1? Well, this is definitely a keep. The question is, what do I do on turn 1? think I'm going to keep in bottom Peatland, but I don't feel strongly about it. Opponent also went to 6 though, so that's kind of okay. And yeah, I'm going to go Blackcleave Pass, I think, is the correct play, probably. Obviously, this could backfire pretty hard, but whatever. Damn, do I play into a Wrenn and Six from my opponent? Or do I just cycle to play around Wrenn and Six? It's probably Jund, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's for sure. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong, thankfully, but... I think that was actually kind of a weird decision about what I was supposed to do. It might be a bolt or a push or something. Basically, this play will show us what their deck is. It looks like Jund to me. The problem is nowadays, there's not that many 2-drops in Jund. There's only 7. Alright, I'm just going to Liliana it on my turn, which is like a fairly good exchange. Obviously, it sucks if they have Wrenn, but kind of feels like if they had Wrenn, they would just play Wrenn first instead of Tarmogoyf. If they have Wrenn here, it's not great for me, obviously, but it's kind of whatever. They'll probably take Tracker. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so they probably have... I guess we'll find out. I don't really want to play Tracker this turn anyways. Alright, I guess I'll take Pulse and play the Ooze. If they want to trophy my Ooze, so be it. Alright, now I am going to play the Tracker, because I think they're sort of forced to trophy it. And getting the land would be pretty good, so... Yeah, you want to force favorable exchanges basically at every point, is how these matches play out in my opinion. Alright. Probably want a forest. Even if they draw Liliana, they can't really plus it. They have to like minus it on my Tracker, I think. Alright. So now the question is, do I play a Naked Bloodbraid? Well, now I think I should. If I didn't draw the second one, I don't think I should have. Well, that's pretty good. It basically worked out ideal for me, I think. I guess I have. I don't know. I used to play a lot of Bloodbraid Elf. Question is, do I attack? I guess I do. I'm way ahead in the race. If they waste their entire turn... So first off, they would have to draw a land. Second off, if they waste their entire turn killing my Wrenn, I get to just play another Bloodbraid and really turn the screws to them. Yeah, it sounds like something they would probably do. Oh wow, that's pretty good here. 1 red, draw 2, 2/2. No, I'm not going to the Pro Tour tomorrow. Okay, they didn't want to play anymore. Up a game in the mirror. I think I drew better than my opponent. So the card I don't actually like is Inquisition. Yeah, that's okay. A lot of people don't know what... maybe I should have side out Spellbomb instead of Inquisition, actually. I think the discard has gotten better over the years, for what it's worth. I think Spellbomb is just like a brick, so I'd rather have Inquisition than Spellbomb. And just side in the tracker in the K command, so... this seems fine. I don't really like trying to get your opponents with Anger or Plague Engineer. I think that's just kind of a bad route. Yes, I think Wrenn... I wouldn't say single-handedly reinvigorated the archetype, because I think Plague Engineer in the sideboard fixed a lot of its holes, too. Like, Plague Engineer, I think, is sort of the damnation the deck always wanted. Obviously, that's not quite the case, but... it's pretty good. This hand's great, so obviously not going to mulligan. I think it's because it only costs 2 mana. If Wrenn costs 3 mana, I don't think it'd be very good. Plague Engineer is one of my favorite cards for Legacy, which should tell you the power level of that card, in my opinion, Arhovis. Of course, that format is, like, obviously different, but... Liliana, okay. I don't think Wrenn shuts down combos. I'm not sure what that's about. Well, Bronze 5... basically every black deck in Legacy has... oh, a lot of black decks in Legacy have Plague Engineer, but only the red-green decks, like, or base red-green-ish decks have Wrenn. Wrenn and Six does nothing versus combo most of the time, I think, is a reality. This strikes me as not what you really want to do, but maybe you have to do this. So, Nikolai Hell. Alright, so I'm going to bolt it and untap and play my Wrenn to shoot it. I think I'm meant to just get a forest here. All my colors are basically spoken for. If it started on 2 loyalty, I'm not sure. That would be close, I think. Yo, Nikolai Hell, thank you for the follow. Thanks for everyone hanging out. This is Pro Tour Eve. Mythic Championship Eve. Jund is going to be one of the most played decks. What the hell is this? Okay. Yes, I believe that's the case. Are you sure about that, Bronze 5PL? What's the source on that? Are you sure that wasn't the weighted previous tournament spreadsheet that Karsten wrote? That's bad. Yes, if it's the Karsten graphic, that's from previous tournaments. That's literally an aggregation of previous tournament results, weighted by how well people did in tournaments. Just gonna make both of the clues now. Yeah, it's not the most useful. I mean, it tells you something, but it doesn't really tell you what it wants to tell you. I think you can find it on his Twitter or the article. I'm more interested in the actual breakdown, which they'll probably publish. Sorry, will probably be published at some point. Also, did my opponent intentionally miss a land drop? I thought they returned Bloodstained Mire with their Wrenn and Six on turn 2. Did I just, like, imagine that? Yes, I am talking about that. Just be careful about linking links like that. Yeah, most data is skewed in the Magic world, one way or the other, Mr. Tofu. Right. Just be a bad cascade. No! I'm so dead. Maybe I can draw Bloodbraid? This is fine. This is the opposite of fine. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the meta breaks out to be tomorrow. Well, I guess I'm playing both of my 2-drops and hoping nothing bad happens. The problem is drawing a card here and then just only being able to play one spell is not very good because of the Liliana. This plays only better versus Liliana. This plays better versus Liliana, rather, to do this. This does look slightly like Scoot Mob. Okay, maybe this is fine now. Yep, that is true, Mr. Tofu. That is a great point. That's something I've harped on for a while. Alright, what does this do? Not much. I really need to get a creature instead. So, crack like that. Thank you, Bit Error Music, for your consideration. not going to cast Inquisition. I think it's actually pretty unlikely they have anything. I'd rather bluff and see if they attack with both their creatures on my Wrenn. If anyone was wondering what my play was trying to be. I think I'm probably still going to lose this game, but that's okay. Draw a card. Okay. I'm washed. Didn't you hear from the SCG kids that I'm washed? Alright. My takeaway is their hand is not very good, but it doesn't have to be because we're losing on board. I do shower regularly, but... Alright, see, my Wrenn soaked up 7 damage. Oh man, that's so good. So I still have Tracker, 1 Tracker left in my deck, so I'm not supposed to just crack this fetch for no reason. Ask and ye shall receive. Remember when I said there was a Tracker left in my deck? There's exactly 1 left in my deck. I'm chuckling because it's so unlikely that I would draw that, but there's also just no reason to crack it, so... Re-awarded? Something like that. If I draw a land, I would want to play it to get another clue, right? Specifically, if I draw Swamp or a black fetch, it would be so good to crack and basically Thoughtseize my opponent. Oh gosh, this is getting out of hand. Need a Bloodbraid real bad, folks. Need a Bloodbraid real bad. I guess this is why Edgar chose to play 4 Bloodbraid. In these mirrors, you just want to draw it every time. Is that a vomit emoji? I guess it is. FTL cringe. Is that the person from The Office? I guess it is. Alright, well, this is going really poorly. Bloodbraid, 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 Bloodbraid. It's not so good. Really? You think so? That's kind of funny if that's actually the truth. I don't know if that's actually a truthful story or not, but I find that entertaining. Oh, I didn't cast Inquisition. I knew their hand was Nurturing Peatland. Jesus. I think Eldrazi Tron's probably a better deck than Blue-White, so I don't know if that makes Nassif a traitor. That's a good meme. My opponent chose not to cast it? That's interesting. Don't know if I agree with that or not. No, come on! Whoa, they have a really... They chose not to cast Dark Confidant. Alright. I agree with that. All of that, Mr. Tofu 5000. Truly, I do. I'm so dead. I would need to draw, like... I don't know. It's gonna be hard. Was my green menace a little bit constrained? What? Okay. Why did they minus on my ooze? I'm so confused. Alright. I'm cracking this and pushing that Bloodbraid because that's the play I have to make, essentially. And then I have to hope to draw something good. Confused. Yeah. Actually, maybe I'm not even allowed to cast that still. I don't think I am. How much damage are they showing? This is 4, 5, 8, 9. I can gain 2. So I need to draw... Probably still need to draw Bloodbraid, so I need to crack this, like this. Basically, you have to bluff anyways. Perhaps my opponent won't attack me. Yes, I am dead if they use all of their resources to try to kill me, but it spends a lot of mana, so they might not do it. So it might give me a window to top deck. Alright, well... What's up, Matt? I hope you're having a good one. I went 0-3 with Jund earlier, but we're trying again. You know, c'est and stuff. Oh, thanks to all 168 of you hanging out. Do not F6. That is a crucial part of the bluff. You're not allowed to F6. If you F6, the jig is up. Matt, I heard you like Jund. Yeah, the ooze means they don't have to go for it. There probably is, Big Richie. I'm not interested in figuring it out myself, but I'll let someone else figure it out. I think I'm pretty dead, though. You have Jund built in Legacy? Interesting. What's up? Bakura? Bloodbraid Elf into push does not win anymore. I mean, how does it win? My opponent is 7 minutes behind on the clock, though. Alright. Oh yeah, I knew about that. This is game 2. Yes, I'm up a game. I'm not allowed to attack this time, unfortunately. So they have 4 green sources to my 2, which is unfortunate. So they can basically win all of the Ooze wars. But I can do this. Basically have to deny them that draw, I think. I mean, sure, they have a Peatland in play, but I really do not think they should be tapping their green sources with an Ooze out, but that's not good. Again, they've tapped all of their green sources. I don't really understand what's going on. They hit a card that rewards them for that. Note, you could just leave up Overgrown Tomb instead of Swamp, so I do believe that was an error on their part. So, like, now I can just... Oh, well, I can't. I was actually supposed to respond to the Spellbomb by eating a creature. I actually fucked up then. I mean, granted my opponent fucked up first, but then I also fucked up. So... This is nonsense. Note, first off, my opponent already activated my Wrenn, or already activated their Wrenn, so the Wrenn is not lethal. Second, if they go to fetch Shock, no, they've already used Wrenn this turn. They targeted Nurturing Peatland pre-main. Or pre-combat, Matt. So I'm going to activate. And then I'm going to activate my Ravine and try to kill them. I'm not going to play around anything. I'm not in a position where I can. They also targeted me with the Spellbomb when I was targeting a creature in their graveyard, so... I'm not allowed to play around anything, because I should have been dead so long ago, and I'm still, like, dying on board. I got so lucky that game. I could have used Inquisition. I probably should have, actually. But realistically, that doesn't actually change anything, because if they have a removal spell, it kills my creature no matter what. I guess if it's Bolt... Okay, that's actually better versus Bolt. Yeah, you're right. House 56, thank you for the follow. I guess this is not like the most insane hand. I'm actually going to bottom one of these Tarmogoyfs. Oh, they would just bolt my face, so they can't have a bolt. So, actually, they can't have anything good. Right. I think I bamboozled my opponent that game by bluffing push a bunch and then deciding not to respect their bluff. It's kind of good. It pumps my Tarmogoyf, I guess. At some point. Looks like I'm playing against Infect. My hand's not particularly good versus Infect. Although, if this is their play, it's fine. They did not mulligan. I think I'm going to just cycle my Spellbomb. Looking for discard. I mean, would people mulligan that 6-card hand, really? I don't think you're supposed to mulligan that 6-card hand. Make them sacrifice a creature. What about Become Immense? Could be dead. They have... Scalped is a real gain for this deck. Alright, I was so dead. Okay. They don't even play one Become Immense. I mean, I'll believe you. Probe got probe banned is an accurate statement. The most accurate statement I think I've read in this last 2 minutes of conversation. Probe died for probe sins. This is fine. The question is, what do I bottom? Probably the second Blackcleave Cliffs. Opponent also mold. Opponent is going to 5. Makes my Inquisition a lot better. I think I'm just going to take Might of Old Krosa. So the plan is to use Plague Engineer as an FTK for Blighted Agent. Alright, that works out well for me, actually. Alright. Overgrown Tomb. Welcome to Wrenn and Six Town. Opponent doesn't want to play anymore. Okay, first off, it really depends on what's going on. This is pretty good. I'll just see if they have Giver of Runes. They do. Alright. Time to try to take all of their creature threats. Oh, they still have a Nexus. It sucks. I'll still take Listener Elf. This is kind of annoying. I'm going to take Blossoming Defense if they let me. Then I'm going to fetch, take 3, and take Distortion Strike. The problem is the discard's going to be dead really soon, so I need to expend it while I can. Like, next turn it's going to be dead, essentially. And I just have to hope they don't top deck anything good, obviously. If they do, it's not a big deal, but I think this is the game plan. Could I actually just push the Giver and play Wrenn returning a land? That might be better. Let's not do that. They drew a protection spell for their Wrenn? Or for their Giver? Ooh, that's kind of bad for me. Alright. Wrenn is definitely a 1, or Giver's definitely a run 2. 1-2. Yeah, I got Veiled real bad, but they had 1 turn to draw it, so I think my play was correct. Don't like this. I have 7 poison counters. Alright. Yes, it has Fine Gersh. Kinda sucks. I'm gonna just play Bloodbraid. Hope to hit Plague Engineer. I think it's my best option. Guess I could plus as well. Alright. Hope they don't top deck. Almost any top deck kills me, but otherwise I have a few turns to draw of this. That was sad. I think my plays were fine. Veil of Summer was really good for my opponent right there, I think. Yes, Julian does not like Plague Engineer. Which I think is a reasonable thing not to like. Against D-Day Dealer now. This hand's fine. Yeah, my opponent definitely drew well. Like, they were hellbent and they drew a pump spell, but that can happen, you know. Alright, this looks like Red Phoenix. I would just want an Inquisition and then bolt next turn. I could technically bolt right now, but I just want to see what's going on first to get a good idea if I'm allowed to play Ooze out early or not. Alright, well I guess I should take a looting. Now I regret not bolting, obviously, but there's plenty of ways where casting the Inquisition would be better first. I think the information's pretty valuable, so I think my play is good. Mountain, Canyon played. This really did not end up well for me. So I guess this turn I can fetch for Swamp. Inquisition them. No, I do not. I'm going to Inquisition their Lava Dart, I think, and then bolt the Soulscar. Jackson15, thank you for the follow, and XX Resto, thank you for the follow. I do think Jun's better, mostly because Wrenn and Six is so good. Another looting? Is this looting even, like, really that scary? Would argue no. Alright, they're gonna cast looting next turn, I think. Citro has followed. Thank you. So the hand's looting an X. I'll play this big Tarmogoyf. Look at how big it is. Look at its mouth. That's my Tarmogoyf face. Hope you all enjoyed that. I want to play Ooze when I have a green up. So no, not really a thought to it. This turn I'm going to play Peatland, play Ooze probably. Does that change my plan? No. This is the Demigorgon? I guess it is the Demigorgon. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna turn the corner now, literally. I think I'm safe enough that I can afford to attack. I don't like giving them too much time, but if you put them into a mode where they have to start blocking, it ends up pretty well for you. I'm not gonna block. They might have buffed me, but 1 damage is not worth getting worried over. Another Phoenix, you say? I was responding to someone in my chat, but I'll take your advice under notice. Alright, and they've lost. What do I want versus Red Phoenix? I think the Spellbomb's good. Not terribly fond of Thoughtseize, because they're essentially a glorified burn deck. I think Brutality's really good, actually. Tracker's kind of not great. I think Anger's pretty good, actually, as well, so... Don't really like Cage. The Cage and Spellbomb are sort of same card. Maybe Cage is better than one of the Wrenns, actually. Especially on the draw. Alright, I'll try it like that then. It's hard for me to tell that you're responding to the guy in chat, to be fair. But you also assumed that that was a guy. I'm just going to point that out. Yeah, this is kind of what I was afraid of, just overclunking. Overclunking on Graveyard Hate is definitely something that can happen. Yeah, like this draw sort of just laughs at this Cage, really, and the Spellbomb. Alright. Kind of going to have to hope that I draw... Is that good? If I play a 2/3 Goyf and they have a bolt, it dies. Yeah, I know, but like... That's not really what I want to be doing here. I would rather be eliminating their creatures, right? So if I play a Tarmogoyf, it's a 2/3. If they have a bolt would still kill it because they already have an instant in the graveyard. So what if I just Inquisition and just take a beating? I think that might be better. That also lets me fetch up a dual land safely. I guess safely is the wrong way of putting it. I guess I really actually have to take Manamorphose, which kind of sucks. They can deal me a lot of damage. They can deal 3, 6, 10. They can deal 10 if they want. It basically leaves them with no cards, so maybe that's okay. Bold move, Cotton. Bold move. Let's see if it pays off for them. And yeah, if they have another bolt, I die exactly, I think. Or is it +1? Might be +1, actually. Alright, so I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb, because I do have 2 Lilianas in my hand. Not really ideal, but they don't have anything I know about in hand. I'm probably dead, but maybe I should have just Inquisition on one instead of caging on one. That might have actually been the correct play, now that I think about it. That's a good sign. Alright, let's stand pat and hope you never draw anything good. Kind of hoping I just draw Blackcleave Cliffs. I really don't want to cast these trophies because I think what's likely to be in their hand is Revelers and Phoenixes and stuff like that. So I'd rather not do that. When people say always, I get really wary. Because clearly always is not correct in my opinion. Interesting. It's not great for me, but I can still cast Anger of the Gods if I draw a land, but I'm not really allowed to attack. This game has not gone well. Yikes. What do they hit? Ooh, that's not good. Forest would be good. That's not good. I'm still not allowed to attack. I'm probably going to lose, to be quite fair. Are they just not going to cast their Light of the Stage cards? Oh. Okay, so I'm dead. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Do I want to change much? Not really. I'll just fetch basics more aggressively, I guess. Now that I know that might happen. I can do better. I think I can do better in this hand too. Dingus Khan, thank you for the follow. Alright, this is like the best hand yet, somehow. I mean, it's not really ideal, but I'm gonna bottom both Lilianas, I think. I guess I'll take 3 to Inquisition. Bloodmoon, Gutshot, Manamorphose, Saheeli. I'm gonna leave the Gutshot. Question is, what do I do with the rest of them? I feel like I should actually take Saheeli. I'm going to. I don't think I can beat the Saheeli most of the time. So it's unfortunate, but I'll just have to play through the Blood Moon, I think. Obviously their hand could look a little bit different in a few turns, but I think taking the Saheeli is correct. Because if they just draw land... Well, if they just draw land and play the Saheeli first... Should not F6. What if they discard 2 Phoenixes and then gut shot me? Then I will want to crack the Spellbomb. But it's not looking great for me. Discard Mountain and gut shot. Alright. So their hand's Blood Moon X. This is fine. It says Dog in the Fire. This is fine. Do you have another gut shot to deal me 6 total, put me to 8, which is not anywhere close to lethal? Alright. They do not. Or they still could, I guess, hypothetically. Alright. We're going places. We are going places, friends. I like some number of cycling lands, Mark. Question is how many. I'd rather push than cycle my Spellbomb, I think. Alright. Give me a land! Nope. Kinda hope they just like spew 2 creatures next turn and then I get to anger them. I face a more difficult decision. Oh, interesting. I think I'm still supposed to play this out. It's likely to die or get angered, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll just bolt my ooze, actually. That'd be kind of nice. Alright. Interesting. I'm okay with this. Cannot play back, but I will likely get to clean up the Soulscar Mage with the Anger of the Gods. Well, I guess they have no cards in hand, so I will. Alright. Drawing a second Bloodbraid definitely makes me want to do this, because if I draw a land, I'll probably have enough gas to just win. Right. Nice, it doesn't deal me damage. Perfect. Perfect. I've been practicing my cascades. That's what we call a perfect cascade right there. I could have exiled the gut shot. You're right. I'll just cast the Bloodbraid. That's a nice Blood Moon you got. Yeah, if I'd thought about it, I would have maybe remembered that they sometimes play Blood Moon and tried to play around it, but I obviously did not play around it that second game and it cost me. But this game it was a lot better. That I just had a single forest and I could cast 2 Bloodbraids and they died to them. Well, we're up to 212 viewers. Yeah, Reveler has gone in and out of that deck, Jethro. I think Blood Moon has not aged well versus Jund. But, you know, it's kind of close. So we went 0-3 in the first week, and we're 2-1 in this week. Dark Confidant, I think, has aged really poorly, mostly because of its vulnerability to Plague Engineer and Wrenn and Six. Alright, time to throw this one back. Guess this is fine. Dark Confidant sucks. I don't think it sucks, but I'm going to just Inquisition versus Arid Mesa. Think. Versus Mesa. Oh, I guess it's Goblins. Alright. Interesting. I guess I'll take Instigator. Because if they top deck another Instigator, I'll have to kill that one. Where are my Wrenn and Sixes? For those of you who don't know, I used to love Goblins a long time ago. This is no Gem Palm Incinerator. In many ways, it's not Gem Palm Incinerator. It's like different. But I do love Gem Palm Incinerator. Play Goblins. I don't think it's actually very good, but there's a chance I want. I guess I could hypothetically get Blood Mooned, but it seems really unlikely. I guess I could just lead with Inquisition and decide what I'm supposed to do from there. Ooh, that is a Krenko. So I'm going to take Goblin Chieftain, I think. Play Cliffs, say go. Gonna cycle Barren Moor, probably end step. Note, I have to basically save the fetch to kill Krenko at some point, I think. Because Krenko is a 4-drop. Unless if I draw a bolt. Yeah, I'm already not a fan of a lot of what's going on here, but like, I feel pretty strongly you shouldn't play Lightning Bolt in your deck with Goblin Ringleader. I've felt that way for literally like 14 years, since 2005. Yes, it has been that long. Alright. They're also not drawing lands, so they probably don't play enough lands, is my other suspicion about what's going on here. Well, that's not good. That's also not good. Really? Feel free to link it. Mark, feel free to link it. That list looks pretty solid, and it's close to what he played in the Classic last weekend, so I'm gonna just cycle the Spellbomb. I really need to get something going. This is not really what I had in mind. This is not what I had in mind at all. Christ. Alright. Continue to do nothing, I guess. Actually, their hand is kind of clunky, but if I start getting ringleadered, it's going to kind of suck. I'm sacrificing a potential clue if I draw a tracker, but I would also rather just not take damage from fetching a shock land. I think that's more important. but it's close. I guess that makes me want to actually crack this now. It's not great. You can Goblin Matron for Tarfire, Floppy Jelly. So yes, there is. And you can Ringleader into a Tarfire, so it's actually much better. Yes, it grows Tarmogoyf. That is the downside. But the two upsides I described, I think, make it a tiebreaker. But yeah, Jim's list looks pretty solid, which doesn't surprise me because Jim has literally played Goblins since, like, 2004, I think. Tannhauser23, thank you for the follow. Alright, expect to see a Krunko or a Ringleader. Or not. I'm keeping the fetch for a Fatal Push. Alright. I'm not going to crack the fetch until my opponent goes to bolt my creature. I really need to grind the value here, is my take on it. Because, like, they have probably 5 creatures in hand. I'm trying to extract the value from all of my cards. I think I would prefer Goblin War Chief, but it's fine to play one Chieftain, I think. The reason to have one Chieftain is that it's better versus Plague Engineer, I think. Right. Do I give them a land? Their hand is Sting Scourger and Munitions Expert. I think I'm just going to bolt it. Alright, now we'll see what's going on. Interesting. So they can activate, but only play one Munitions Expert next turn. Cry? Sounds about right. Alright, I think this is fine. Their list is really weird, in my opinion. So what's their hand? 2 Experts and a Sting Scourger. Note, I can still use a clue to Revolt Push at some point. I think I'm just going to take an untap. I guess I kind of have to use the mana. I'm so choked on mana that I actually think this is okay. Let's see if they see the play. The play, of course, is having to activate your Mutavault to deal 3. GWO, I don't think it's that simple. There's still plenty of bad matchups for Vile Goblins. Oh my gosh, they didn't see it. That's really, really, really good for me. Going to attack. My opponent could have done things better. I agree with that, yes. Drew land. This deck sure has a lot of mana sinks in it, which is kind of nice for them, I guess. Fortunately, they haven't drawn a Ringleader. I think all of the card advantage cards are the most important cards in the matchup, really. It was not good. I'm off it for now. Damn. Alright. That's pretty good. Okay. So now we take them to Value Town. Note, Munitions Expert can actually go after Planeswalkers, but conveniently... actually, what if I play Tarmogoyf for turn a land? Yeah, I'm supposed to uptick, getting a land back. Just gonna get Peatland back. Note, this is my only basic forest. So... if I downticked on a thing, they could hypothetically draw something. Well, I would only have 2 ways to interact, and they would have 2 damage on it, so it would not be that good. This is a classic battle of Tarmogoyf versus tribal decks. Tarmogoyf tends to win, I think, more often than not. Ooh, a Mutavault activation. Will block. They have no cards in hand. Alright. How could I have removal in my hand? How could that be the case? Oh, Merfolk Trickster. There was a point in time where I thought... what was I about to say? Merfolk used to be the nut versus Jund. I'm not sure if I believe that, but... Hey, tapped land. I think I'm gonna just grind out my 2-for-1s every turn until they lose. Like, just a top-decked Ringleader can destabilize this board very quickly. Ross had to show up for that one. Ross, I saw you lurking earlier, but I'm glad you took dispute with that. Where are you this weekend, Ross? Okay, don't really hear about that now. No, my fun! Alright, 6-7. We'll be in Columbus. I'll also be in Columbus, friend. I don't think I'm going to play this deck, though. Ooh, okay. Now we can attack. Now we can super attack. I'm going to actually uptick with the Liliana this turn, I think. Trading my Inquisition for their last card. It was a Goblin Matron? They played Vile instead of playing Goblin Matron? I would not advise doing that. What matches did you watch me play recently, JW Hala? I guess there was that draft where B-Whites beat me pretty bad. That's probably the one you're thinking of, right? Alright, up game 1 versus Goblins. These can go. Oh yeah, I played that match pretty poorly, I think. I know the one you're talking about. I was not happy about that one, but Tom also made some really confusing plays, which I forgot what I was supposed to do, so I don't know. Not a real excuse, obviously, but... Oops. I don't know how I feel about Liliana the Veil in general, but it does not seem that great. I think I'll go like this. But yeah, my post-board 3-drops are just great, so... Maybe I'm supposed to not have Liliana in and just have a Brutality in. Just as a really awkward removal spell, / maybe get a Tarfire or something. But that seems kind of loose. I think I'm just going to leave the Liliana in. This is not a matchup where I side out any Wrenn and Six, though. Just so good versus them. It would be really good if I had a red land. This is fine. It's really nice that I can just bottom a land freely and not give a shit because I have basically infinite lands. Do you do Wrenn and Six? Vile. It's probably a Vile. Sad face. Could have left up Lightning Bolt instead of playing the Mire, but I want to get a tapped duel here. Do you think they are maxed out on Caverns? Let's see what you have, opponent. Skirk Prospector? Nope, no Skirk Prospector. Man, Skirk Prospector is so good. It's like good in such a way that people don't realize it's good, but it's really good. They might have Mutavault attack, deal 2 to Wrenn, Violent, Expert to deal the last 2 to it, which would be kind of good for them, actually. So there are worlds where I'm supposed to just wait on playing the Wrenn, I guess. But whatever. Damn, I called it. Whatevs. Not yet. But I do feel like it should be more represented than it currently is. I would agree with that. I'm fetching so I can have the bolt up no matter what. It costs me 2 life, but I'm basically going to cast bolt this turn no matter what, so it sort of is very transparent, but I'm okay with it, I think. I don't think Rotting Register seems that great to me for what it's worth, but I'm not going to kill any of those. Touch a Forest and play Bloodbraid and hope to hit Plague Engineer. Alright, I guess I'll go after the Vow now. Letting them get a land kind of sucks, but note, they can still kill my Tarmogoyf because they can activate Mutavault and then cast Munitions Expert. Which kind of sucks. Yo, Fu Baj, thank you for the follow. Thanks for everyone hanging out on this Mythic Championship Eve. I'll be looking forward to watching Constructed tomorrow. Alright, they got Ringleader, which makes a lot of sense. Alright. Gonna need some good ones. I don't know what you're talking about. Who would work? Kappa. Feels bad, man, indeed. Note, this can only get Shocklands now. Still have a Stomping Ground left, so I guess I'll play Bloodbraid and try to hit Plague Engineer. I know my bottom 3 cards are not Plague Engineer. I guess this will sort of have to do. It's not great, though. Should put a stop right here, just in case. But I think they're going to play Ringleader pre-combat. I really just can't fathom them not doing that. Oh man, this is the wrong Ringleader art, in my opinion. Apocalypse is a lot better. They hit 1 Munitions Expert. Not the best Ringleader, but... I mean, they don't have a lot of power, but they sure have a lot of creatures. Remove that stop now. They can basically throw away 2 goblins to kill my Wrenn. I'm okay with that. Blocking like this to play around them drawing Kiki Jiki. It sucks. kind of need to get a card advantage engine going on. See, like, this is the problem. They could just run me out of stuff. Especially if they have another ringleader or another matron for a ringleader. Basically, these matchups are all about matron and ringleader. Okay, well, they hit land, Vile, so... Not super dead yet, but I don't like the position I'm in, really, so... I'm gonna... I'll block only one of them. Interesting, okay. I don't know what that means. Damn. Would be nice to draw a cycling land. There are 4 in my deck. Would be really nice to draw one about now. That's a yikes. Interesting. At least I drew something. Better than nothing. Still think I'm in bad shape, but we're trying our best. Alright, you got my tracker. Alright, it really depends on what else is in their hand now. I don't know, Twitch chat asks a lot of things. That's really bad. Alright. This is like a forced play now, otherwise it has haste, and then they can just pass and see how many goblins they want to get. Note, I have so much mana, I'm going to wait to draw for turn, because if I draw a push on my second draw, then I will need to crack the clue to push. I'm going to die to that Krenko, I suspect. Have I missed a land drop? I haven't, right? Oh my gosh. Come on, just... No! Don't do that! Do they have another chieftain? If they have another chieftain, it's pretty bad. Alright, they just have another ringleader. Just another ringleader. Alright. Okay. I don't have Damnation in my deck, but I have Anger of the Gods, which is pretty close. I suspect I'm going to die to a bunch of angry Goblin tokens, though, now. Mutavault too. Mutavault's like actually pretty good versus Anger because I think it lets them set up a lethal attack through all of that next turn. Alright, fine. Oh, that sucked. I feel like I got kind of unlucky, but maybe that just happens if I don't draw a card advantage outlet. The super sitting technique. Alright. Alright. We'll try the super sitting technique. No, I don't think that's the correct lesson. All right. Could have played a tap Stomping Ground, but I would rather have the option of bolting on one. I'm gonna just take 3 to play Tarmogoyf. Brett is just my best guess at Edgar's list, because Edgar posted it in the same fashion that the open deck list for the Pro Tour are, which is you only see you only see numbers of sideboard cards, so you have to guess in some ways about what's actually happening. I mean, plan this game is to empty out their hand with Liliana and then probably anger their board away. But we'll see what actually is going on. Right, they still have bolts in their deck. Interesting. Okay. That makes me a lot happier, actually. I agree, Sam. I don't really understand it, but I don't have a good explanation, personally. All right. This is going well. Crater Maker. All right. Oh, that might have been better. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, they have 2 Legion War Bosses. It's fine. See what it attacks. I'm trying to get them to commit all of their stuff into this anger, so I'm trying to just spam as much loyalty as possible. Then that incentivizes a bunch of awkward plays for them, I think. Yeah, if I ult Wrenn, I probably win. More likely I have to get it to 8 to actually win, but... Interesting, they didn't play Legion War Boss. What does that mean? Fine with that. A little bit unfortunate, but they have 2 war bosses. What is the likelihood they have a removal spell for this Plague Engineer? No, I'm not playing the Pro Tour. Oh, I could have tipped down on Wrenn. That might have been better. That might have been better, actually, yeah. Actually, it probably is better, based on what's going on here. I expect a Tar Fire or a Bolt on my Plague Engineer, really. Mardu Pyromancer, I've played it a little bit. I think it... The problem with Mardu Pyromancer is I think it bites it pretty hard to Jund. Unless you mean a different Mardu deck. Yeah, really. Wrenn is insane. Plague Engineer is insane. Leyline's pretty good. So... My opponent's mostly dead now. I'm trying to get them to commit everything into the anger still. D. Russo 927. I helped. I mean, I talked to a bunch of people. I would not say I had that much input into them picking decks, really. Alright. I think now I'm going to kill that Vial and make them discard. Or I could just kill a creature, I guess. Or I could get back Tarmogoyf. It's probably better, actually. All right. It's time to turn the corner. It's actually really hard for them to kill Plague Engineer with Munitions Expert now. That's sort of why I made this play. Like, if you look at their hand, it's going to take a long time for them to do that. And plus I can trophy one of the Goblins once they get to 2. Meanwhile, they need to have a bunch of blockers every turn forever. So I think they're mostly dead. And they've conceded. Alright, so we're 3-1 with Edgar Jund, which is significantly better than 0-3 with not Edgar Jund. So science has proven Edgar Jund is the greatest Jund deck to ever exist. Just gonna point that out. Edgar greater than not Edgar. Yes, that is clearly the example that's been thrown up here. So yeah, I'm going to work tomorrow, then I'm going to SCG Columbus from an airplane after work. We're playing against Relative Wind. Alright, nope. Jur T Jund for best Jund. Possible. I don't know what Jur T Jund looks like. I guess I keep, but this is not throwing either. Probably bottom. Probably bottom this Mopey trophy. P equals NP. Thank you, Squall Lore. Thank you for that. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Damn, my hand kind of sucks for them a lot. Guess going to take damn. They're all kind of shit options, actually. So, I kind of want to leave them with Narset so I can trade the Bolt with it, but that's also not that great because they still get a card of it, so I think I'm just going to take the Narset. But this is not great for me. Cool guy, we beat Goblins in 3. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Alright, I think I have to play this Barren Moor, unfortunately. Not thrilled about it, but is what I'm going to do. Yes. Where did our cards go? I mulliganed. Mulliganed once and they were in the draw. Alright. I guess I can force them. So note, I want to leave as many basics in my deck as possible. So I'm going to aggressively fetch dual lands. Because what happens is, in this matchup, is you get pathed and fielded like a million times. So you want to take damage to leave all of the basics. You want to leave as many basics as possible in your deck, is what I'm saying. Like here, I'm going to get Forest. Unfortunately, they have Cryptic Command now, which is super annoying. Guess I have to play into it. I don't really have a choice. I think this matchup is pretty hard as Jund is constructed nowadays. It's pretty difficult. It's not impossible, obviously, but it is difficult. I do not have main deck Plague Engineer Brett K. The deck list should be on the left-hand side if you click on the extension. I don't think it is, but I think it's close. I don't think it's close if they draw 2 cryptic commands, though. Yeah, that's like in your top 5% of hands, Aaron. Tim Grant09, thank you for the follow. I considered doing that and I chose not to. Note, there's a lot of dead cascades for Bloodbraid in Game 1, so I don't want to just Bloodbraid on a naked board if I can help it. A very soft sheep, thank you for the follow. Alright, I guess I'm forced to go for it, but... basically, if they have almost anything good, I'm pretty dead here. Alright, I'm going to discard Lightning Bolt. Note, both of these can cover colonnades, which is nice. Yeah, but you can sort of compute how likely you are to have that exact curve. It's not that high. Obviously, it can happen, and when it happens, it's freaking great, but I'm saying if you don't have that curve, it's pretty hard, I think. Yo, everyone, thank you for the follows. Interesting. They got a Factor Fiction? Good lord. I'm so dead. Alright. Let's trade my land for your Factor Fiction. This sucks. I'm pretty dead. And they get to Foff this turn? Alright. Have at it, boss. Alright. I think it's supposed to be Cryptic Ghost Quarter versus Veto Field Field. As expected, they took Cryptic Ghost Quarter. Another path. Don't think Inquisition can really hit much of use. No, Dark Confidant has been faded out, which is part of why this matchup got so much harder. In my opinion. I hit a Fatal Push. Don't even have a good attack. They're probably going to Cryptic bounce my Liliana, which is fine. How did I meet Ari? That's a good question. I don't actually remember anymore. Ari probably remembers better. Yeah, Wrenn essentially replaced Dark Confidant. That's a good way of viewing it, I think. That's expected. Note, I have no more basics in my deck, so these fields and Ghost Quarters are about to become very painful. It's not even a hot take. I think it's just a regular take. I'm currently not playing Wrenn in my current Legacy deck, although I'm not satisfied with my current Legacy deck, so I don't have a good answer for you there. That sounds right to me, Aaron. I'm pretty anti-Bob right now, but I don't feel strongly about it. Oh, I should have gotten a fetch back. Yeah, I fucked up right there. Damn, that was stupid. If I got a fetch, I could leave up. Yeah, that was a fuck up. To be fair, they should have just killed both my lands on their turn, I think. Whatever. I guess we'll try to recover, but that was pretty bad. This does not make sense. Oh, it does make sense, actually. The Narset. Alright. They could have done that end step, though. Yeah, but now they get to use Colony to kill Wrenn. I don't know, I kind of think it was probably still better for them to end step it because they can still attack Wrenn for 7 and keep their click. So I don't really know. All I know is that I feel pretty dead. I think I'm supposed to just attack them. Try attacking them 3 times. And then if they have anything, I lose, but that's okay. I'm not going to do that. Another Narset, eh? So they have 3 Narsets in their deck at least? I mean, I would argue it's really build dependent because my opponent played a literal Fact or Fiction. I think that's like the reality of what's going on here. It's not as simple as it's in Jun's favor or not. Alright. I'm gonna pack it in. Gonna take out I think Lightning Bolt's pretty bad. Thing is, Fatal Push is also pretty bad, so problem is I don't really have many good cards for the matchup. This is bad versus Rest in Peace, which is something they could conceivably side into. This kind of sucks. I think my deck is not configured well for this. I guess I'll leave in 1 push. Bring Plague and name human. That seems like not very good in this matchup. I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, first off, that's not even correct somehow. They're just soldiers. They're not even human. Second off, this hand's like reasonably good, so I'm gonna keep. I could name Elemental, I think. I believe Celestial Colony is an Elemental, but don't quote me on that. Yep, it is an Elemental. I do not think Plague Engineer is a good card in this matchup, so I'm not going to side it in. That is the reality of it. Alright, we have a plan. We're gonna keep shoving Lilianas down their throat, I guess, in a few turns. Really wish I had a Wrenn there. Like, Wrenn into Liliana is the Wombo combo versus them. Alright, that's fine. I don't think it is, really. I'm gonna keep the bolt for a Jace or something somewhere, essentially. Alright. Not really convinced they're supposed to be doing that versus me, but whatevs. Yo, what's up, Mark? Absorb? Oh, nice. Now I get it. Alright. I don't really think so, but I know people do like playing it, so there is that. That was not really what I wanted to have happen, but... Alright. We draw Tireless Tracker at some point. Interesting, they left in all the Wraths. Might Cryptic Bounce, I guess. What else? It's fine. Man, if I had kept push instead of bolt right here, it would have been better, but whatevs. Perhaps that was a mess up. Not like this. Not like this. So I believe the probability of me winning this game is really low, but we'll try our best. They even mulliganed once. Like, this card did actual nothing, which is kind of insane if you think about it, but I'm still getting destroyed. Well, I'm leaving after this match, so... If I'd kept that push, this game looks a lot different, I guess. So that was the fuck up. Yes, I understand what it generally does. I'm just saying this game, it didn't actually do anything. Alright, okay. Maybe we have a shot. No Pro Tour. Interesting. I only left in one push, and I happened to draw it, then I spewed it, so... That's kind of dumb, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. If these bolts had all been pushes, I probably would have been winning, actually, so... Alright. I will say, if your white-blue opponent draws like this in this matchup, they probably are heavily favored. Also, I'm about to have no dual lands left. I would like to point that out. It's about to be Stone Rain City. This was a massacre. It was fun for one person, that's for sure. I'm supposed to wait until I have like a trophy for the Teferi, actually. I do not believe both teams tried their hardest. I believe one team was going to win this match no matter what. Alright, I guess I'll try to push this irrelevant ooze through. Oh, Field of Ruin cannot kill that, but they probably should have Ghost Cored my forest. Not like this is right. Ghost Quarter probably should have killed this forest like 1,000 turns ago. By which I mean like 5. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what they do. I'm going to go with that. Shrug. All roads do lead to death. Alright. Okay, opponent. I've had enough of your nonsense. Alright, a 3-2. Yeah, I agree. Kind of felt like that match was hopeless. I don't think it's necessarily hopeless in general. Can we go back to the league? How do I go back to the league? The hell? Where did it go? I wanted to review what happened. Where can I do that? Someone, what the hell? Oh, okay. Alright. 1 versus John Mirror 2-0. This is the game I bluffed my opponent into never killing me. Lost to Infect 1-2. And lost to White Blue 2-0. Beat Goblins 2-1. What the hell was D-Day Dealer playing? Oh, Red Phoenix, and we won 2-1? I don't know. That's a Junding, I guess. That is certainly a Junding. Alright, let's see who is streaming. I believe Rich is streaming, and I'm gonna pay it forward to him. I love Rich, so... Alright, good night, y'all.